Welcome everybody to another episode of Fair Faithful Podcast. I'm Brandon Freno. Joined by me is my co-host Christian Dyer, and we also have Deon from Niner Gang Podcasts. How are we doing, fellas?
Good. How you doing, man?
Good.
Christian look like he tired.
Fucking get up at 5 in the morning.
Worn out.
You get up at 5 in the morning, you're always tired.
You ain't lying, man. Well,
Bro, what are you drinking? What is that?
I know what the hell.
It's a big old jug of water. Look, it tells me like how much I'm supposed to drink at what time. I'm a little bit behind today.
Hey, that background looks pretty sweet, Deon.
That's hard. I told you. Shout out
I
to
like
the homie
it.
Zach at the Hive, man.
No, it's pretty sick.
Man, he just, and the crazy thing is he just hit me up. He was like, bro, I'm gonna send you something. What's your address? So I was like, all right. He sent me this, bro. I was like, yo, mom's is about to be upset because she ain't gonna see her background no more.
That's dope.
This shit hard. I love this thing right here, man. This looks so dope.
Badass.
I'm low-key jealous.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet, man. Zach is definitely Zach's the man for that one, bro. Shout out to him.
Oh yeah. It's so Zach. All right, well, the off season is upon us. Football season's over. Let's get into it, guys. Start off with 49ers off season. We have a lot of one-year players that are free agencies this off season. Let me go ahead and ask you guys, out of all those players, who do you guys want to keep?
Lakin Tomlinson.
Yeah.
Hey, he was so sweet, so simple, so easy with it. Lakin Tomlinson. Oh man. Hey, look. So I did like a little quick show on my channel, and I went through everyone. So I'm keeping 7 people. So I'm gonna let y'all know exactly who those dudes are, because there's a few people that we could keep, you know what I'm saying, and make sure that we do some things to get some money. So I'm only looking to keep 7 players. Those players are as follows: DJ Jones, Lakin Tomlinson, Arden Key, Jordan Willis, Juwan Jennings, Azeez Al-Shaair, and Kevin Givens. So when you think about it, Azeez played great. I know he got injured toward the end of the year, but Azeez played fantastic for us. The situation when it comes to Juwan Jennings, he's an exclusive rights free agent, so he's not going anywhere. And then on top of that, Jordan Willis, DJ Jones, Kevin Givens, these are all rotational pieces on the line that we need. And we know what DJ Jones meant to us because Javon Kinlaw can't stay healthy. So,
he's supposed to have fixed his knee, so we'll have to kind of see how that goes next season.
Supposed to have, but that's not a guarantee.
That's why
we drafted an injury-prone player, and when you get an injury-prone player, injuries are bound to happen. The unfortunate thing about it as well is when you look at Kentavious Street, look how long it took him to even be able to be healthy for a full season. And we drafted him how long ago? So they take flyers on these dudes, hoping and praying that they're going to be right. But the reason that I talked about all those players is because they were key pieces in us getting where we got. If Jordan Willis doesn't block that punt, we don't win against the Packers. If Juwan Jennings doesn't make the plays that he makes throughout the year, we're still looking for a number 3 receiver. You know what I'm saying? DJ Jones, big hog in the middle. Do not try to run in there when you got DJ Jones and Eric Armstead in there, because they did a fantastic job on the inside, making sure that people did not, get in there and tear us apart. Arden Key, 6.5 sacks, best sack total of his career. He loves it here. He doesn't want to go anywhere. He automatically said when he came here, it's a better organization than the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders are trash.
I mean, come on now. Is that surprising?
So, I mean, when you look at the guys and then Lakin Tomlinson, what are we going to do? Go draft a left guard? We had a hell of a time just getting Aaron Banks on the damn field,
Honestly,
let alone anything else.
If they let him walk, that's where they're going to put Banks as at left guard.
No, I thought they was going to put him at right guard.
No, he's well. I mean, it would make sense if they were going to keep Tomlinson, but he's naturally a left guard. He's a left guard. He was a left guard at Notre Dame, so
yeah,
he'd be more natural. And I mean, if you are worried about him being next to the best freaking tackle to ever play the game, can hide a lot of his deficiencies. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't re-sign Tomlinson, that he takes over at left guard, and then I just don't know what we're going to do with the right side. I would like to trade McGlinchey, move Brunskill to right tackle, and then figure out the guard spot. Or
because he seems to be a little better at tackle.
Yeah. Or we could
it's
just
not a big deal. Or we could just put Jalen Moore there.
I was going to say Jalen Moore because when he fielded at left tackle, he's a freaking beast. So
yeah,
I don't see why he couldn't play the right side. It's really trying to figure out if we're going to put Moore at right guard, then you trade McGlinchey, or right tackle, you trade McGlinchey, and then maybe we draft a guard early, and put them in. Because unless Brunskill moves to tackle, he's really not getting it done at guard most of the time, unless it's Aaron Donald.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, did y'all hear about Aaron Donald talking about retiring?
Yeah,
wild.
That was kind of a shock to me.
I mean, some of these guys. I mean, Patrick Willis was a shock too. I wouldn't look past it really. I mean, he was at the peak of his career and freaking retired. So.
Oh, did you guys hear the talk of is Matthew Stafford a Hall of Famer or not?
A lot of people are saying no.
He's been to one. He's been to
you can't just win one Super Bowl and then be a Hall of Famer. Like
yes, you can.
Is Trent Dilfer a fucking Hall of Famer?
Yes, who?
Trent Dilfer's not a Hall of Famer.
But Trent Dilfer was ass 90% of his career. Have you seen Matthew Stafford's career numbers?
I know.
His numbers are disgusting, and I mean that in a positive way.
He's a good quarterback, but I mean,
let me tell you this: Matthew Stafford with one Super Bowl gets into the Hall of Fame because he never had any problems, and he never gave anyone any shit, and he never rubbed anyone the wrong way.
That's fair, but that's just saying like what we already know that the Hall of Fame is. It's a freaking popularity contest, and it's becoming just as bad as freaking baseball's Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame lost me when they did to T.O., and I think that they've been trash ever since. So whoever's in the Hall of Fame to me means nothing anymore because the people that put him in there have diminished it.
It's like you said, it's the same as baseball, like what they did with Barry Bonds, right?
Barry Bonds is the greatest hitter of all time, and they fucking left him out of the freaking
I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it, man.
And he never actually tested positive for any fucking steroids either. So that tells you right there.
Mm-hmm.
So who did you want to keep, Brandon?
Well, I'm gonna have to agree with you guys. Lincoln Tomlinson, of course, right? I'm up in the air about Jason Verrett. Because I mean, he's good when he's on the field, but he
ain't on the field.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I was getting to.
He'd be cheap, and honestly, if he stays healthy, he's our best corner. So
he'd be cheap, but I don't even want to run that risk.
That's true.
Yeah.
For me, that's the reason why he wasn't named.
But you got to remember
he's injury prone.
The way this organization is they would give him another chance. It's how Kyle is.
Yeah, there's a high probability of that. I'd say at least a 70% chance that they'll do it.
Kyle and John are both player kinds of, GM and coach. They're player. They're both for the players. So, and then Jed's always been about the players. So I wouldn't see why they wouldn't bring him back if he's cheap too, because they're all about giving the injured guys another chance. Like, I don't know, but he thinks it's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure Mostert's going to come back.
I think he is.
He's acted like he's coming back this whole time, even though he knows he's a free agent all the time on Twitter, hating that he's not out there. He fucking knows he's coming back. He's probably already talked to Shanahan and Lynch. Like, he doesn't want to go anywhere. They're the only ones that ever gave him a chance.
Well, it's a nice 1-2 punch, and you keep him healthy by having Elijah Mitchell out there, and then you don't have Elijah Mitchell overworked with Raheem Mostert in, because you can. But the issue with that is, then what the fuck do you do with Trey Sermon? What's the significance?
The thing is
you wasted a pick on a guy who's never going to see the field because Shanahan didn't want him on the field And then you got a guy coming back that's going to basically take all his reps anyway.
It's not that. I think the whole point of Sermon not playing is that if, like I said from the get-go, if Lance played, Sermon would have played. Mitchell's not a, zone read running back. He's a freaking, you hand him off the ball, you hand the ball to him and he goes. Same thing with Mostert. You hand the ball off to him and he goes.
But it's a tad bit contradictory what you're saying, strictly based on the fact that you think Raheem is coming back. If he comes back,
true.
He's gonna snatch those. He's gonna snatch those reps from Trey Sermon. Everybody knows this.
It's hard. It's hard to say because it's like, I think out of the three, if they did bring Raheem back, which maybe I'm wrong, but I think out of the three, if you're gonna run read option plays, then you're gonna do it with Sermon because that's what Sermon did in college. He was fantastic at it. He helped Fields a lot with it when he went and played with Ohio State. He did it with Kyler Murray and helped him a lot at Oklahoma. So that's the kind of running back he is, and it's going to help. It's going to help Trey Lance if they're going to run those type of things. And I think that's why we drafted him in the first place because, like, none of us thought we were going to draft a running back. And then when we drafted Sherman, we're like, oh, what the hell? And then the more you think about it, and the more you watch this film, like, okay, it makes sense that he's going to make things easier if we're going to run the read option. Like, if on a passing down, you're probably going to have you'd probably have Mostert or Mitchell in, preferably Mostert because I'd rather just have Mostert for third down back, and if it's Sermon or Mitchell for the first two downs, and then Mostert's in there to catch. That guy gets any kind of fucking lane, catching the ball in the backfield, he's fucking gone. Like that's the only thing that like I know everybody's all high on Mitchell, and he's fast, but he's not a home run guy.
No, he doesn't have that home run speed.
Yeah,
he's fast, but he doesn't have that acceleration, and he's fucking gone after putting one foot in the ground like Mostert.
I'll tell you.
That what was it 2020 when he took that first play to the off of?
Oh, he took it straight to the house.
Playing the Jets. Dude,
foot in the ground, he was gone.
Yeah. For me, with Kyle's offense, you don't let that type of speed just walk away. That's the only reason I see him coming back.
But
I can't
with
see
that
Kyle
surgery,
letting that walk away.
With that surgery, is that speed still there?
Well, that's kind of maybe that's the question. Maybe that's what they're going to wait for before they sign him, too. It depends.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear? Were you guys in that spaces with the Washington Commander fans?
Mm-mm.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. It was priceless. Joey, I don't know if you were in there, but these cats are wild. Man, I was in there, and this dude, after everything, was like, go commies. Every time, after every second, he's like, go commies.
No.
Like, bro, do you understand there are still people that have PTSD from wars and they don't like communism, and you saying go commies, they're not putting two and two together that means go commander.
Funny though.
I was so dead. I was like, he was like,
it's all right when we play him. Our slogan will be the only commie is the only good commie is a dead commie.
It was hilarious, and they're in there, and they're talking about the quarterback situation.
Yeah.
So of course, people were throwing out Jimmy Garoppolo, and they're acting as if they acted as if they didn't want Jimmy.
Oh,
but they're talking about
Jimmy.
These dudes. Hold on, these dudes are talking about going to get Jameis Winston or Jordan Love, and I'm like,
Jameis Winston over Garoppolo, fucking all day.
Wait. Isn't Jameis Winston still on contract with the Saints still?
No, he's free agent.
Oh,
they're gonna probably re-sign him.
Okay, so I want to touch on this, and I want you to explain this because Jameis is just as good for a touchdown as he is for an interception, same as Jimmy. So what makes Jameis better than Jimmy? Please talk to me on that.
Did you see? So he was doing a lot better with that under Sean Payton. I think he was. Coming a little bit down on the interceptions and the decision making. To be fair, Jameis Winston is a straight fucking gunslinger by definition. So if you can teach him, If you can teach him not to always just let it rip and think he can fit it in everything, like Sean Payton being a quarterback guru helped Jameis a shit ton. They would have been one of the best teams in the fucking NFL last year and probably made a good playoff run if Jameis didn't get hurt.
You think Jameis could have took someone? Jameis never been to the playoffs.
I know. I'm just saying, like, he's not a bad quarterback. Like, when
I think he was just in a bad situation with the Bucks.
I think he's in. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, the right team, he could take him. Like, I think he would have taken the Saints if he didn't
honestly,
get hurt.
he looked a lot better.
Were they 5-0 when he tore his knee?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't throwing many interceptions either.
Let's take a look here. I'm looking at the Saints. Saints went 9-8, second in the NFC South, which tells you that division is hot garbage.
Well, it's going to be worse now. Tom left.
Come on. Jameis Winston played 7 games, 59% completion percentage. Not bad. 1,170 yards. He had okay. I need to shut my mouth. All right. Well, Christian wins that. That man had 14 TDs and 3 INTs.
See?
Sean Payton.
Deon has nothing to say, Christian.
That's why
you have proved your point, sir. Sean Payton is a magic maker because that was not that way.
Jameis did fix his eyes, too. He fixed his fucking seeing problem, and that fixed a lot of it, too.
He was, man. Hey, 14-3. I'll take that.
If he gets,
we couldn't even get that out of Jimmy.
Okay, let me ask you this:
somebody signs him to a 2-year deal and with a good team and gives him
a chance. If they got a good O-line,
he might work out. He's got the same arm that freaking Stafford does. He can make every single throw. He can make all the sidearm throws. We haven't got a lot of chance to really watch him.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you guys this: who do you guys want the Niners to sign to at least help Trey out throughout the season?
We don't. Do you mean like who?
We don't really have
a veteran quarterback type.
For a backup?
Tyrod Taylor. I would like Tyrod there. The reason being is they're similar to each other. Mm-hmm. So if Tyrod goes down and you develop the system for Lance, he can still run.
I prefer Mariota.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing to do with Marcus Mariota. He's hot garbage. I'd rather leave him with the damn Raiders where he was rotten and leave him there. He didn't do nothing in Miami. He barely did anything in Tennessee, and he for damn sure ain't doing nothing with the Raiders. So I don't think
because he can stay healthier. Tyrod can't. He's a little bit older than.
We not really gonna use Tyrod though, and Tyrod's safe with the ball. We're not anticipating using him to a fault where we're really gonna need him to be like consistently healthy. If you're not on the field and you get injured, I mean, I don't know what the hell. You got bad luck.
Coaching wise, Tyrod's better because Tyrod's the kind of guy that probably will coach when he
can talk. And he can talk him through things. You know what I'm saying, and work through that. So I would like Tyrod Taylor. The other thing for me is, I'm gonna do. I think I want to put a show together on this like later on, but I want to do a show on where we should trade Jimmy and look at the suitors and what we can get out of these chumps. Because I'm looking for a sucker.
Well, they're talking about Washington.
I want to find me. You know, I always use this analogy. Y'all remember the water boy?
Yeah.
Remember when he's about to kick? Where's my bitch? Where's my bitch? There he is. There's my bitch. I'm looking for that in the NFL. I want to find somebody who's going to be a sucker and get duped. If you give me a first-round pick for Jimmy Garoppolo, I'll sing you praises the whole season and laugh at you when he fails you.
Yeah,
but they're talking about like Washington's like
Washington about
it because they're a quarterback.
I've heard Washington. I've heard the Steelers. People are throwing out names of all kinds of teams.
Well, that's because
somebody even said the Vikings, but I was like, no, they have Kirk Cousins. They're not
the Commanders.
So I can't get over that name, dude. Honestly,
they're still the Skins to me. I would have just called myself the fucking Washington Skins. Fuck it.
No, you definitely couldn't have done that.
No. I know, dude. I'm just.
Oh my God,
but
no, you know how that name got exposed?
Yeah,
there was a news helicopter, and it basically looked
should have done
inside the building and it said Commanders, and it was like, oh crap! And then basically they came out with it.
The Red Tails would have been way cooler. Like that was one of their ideas. I would have done the Red Tails.
Red Tails? Oh yeah, that's military right there.
Well, that's like
pretty cool.
First Black Squadron fighter squadron, so that would have been badass.
But we're talking about Dan Snyder here.
That's
second half.
Well, he might be selling the team pretty soon from the looks of it.
They might make the Dolphins owner sell the team too. Shit.
Yeah.
No, they're not. Fernando. I'll tell you this. Oh, Fernando. Oh, perfect point. So I was reading an article.
Speaking of that.
Reading an article. If we could D Ford, we trade or cut Jimmy Garoppolo, we get rid of Samson Ebukam and Tarvarius Moore, we can open up almost $40 million in cap space.
Yeah.
And on top of the 20 or 22 million that is going up this year.
Yeah.
So we'll be fine. The thing is like, because we're like at the bottom of the barrel, but there are other teams that are in purgatory, i.e. the Packers, the Saints, and other spots.
I think we're gonna be fine cap wise. But I go back when it comes to D Ford, I go back to how this team is with the loyalty and the way they take care of the players. They're gonna give D Ford.
The man can't get on the field.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing, but I'm just telling you how this team works. And I get a feeling since they haven't cut him yet and he's still on the team, I honestly think they're giving him another chance to see if he can get healthy this offseason and play, because they don't want to. They think that if he can get a healthy season, then him and Bosa will just run.
Honestly,
rampant.
Yeah, but you can't get a healthy season out of the man. He literally consistently stays injured. And all this year, what did we hear? He was supposed to come back. Then randomly, any D4 talk disappeared. Beat writers didn't even ask questions about the man because they knew his season was over. So for me, get him out of here. Stop holding on to this false hope that doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, man. No. Cap situations around the league are trash right now. Like there's teams that
Jerry Jones is going to pay that luxury freaking tax anyway.
I would have to say though, I would rather keep Samson Ebukam over D Ford any day. Because that man performed this season, man.
I like that younger guy we traded for from the Texans.
Minihue?
Yeah,
I like him.
I like him too. I hope they bring him back too, to be honest.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think we could get him cheap. It would only be if he was really willing to play a little bit cheaper. I'd say because Von Miller being towards the end of his career and being a free agent. If I were him personally, if it was about football and I was freaking Von Miller, I'd be like, man, I can still go get some sacks to end my career because they're gonna all be focused on freaking Nick Bosa, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to eat all day and have fucking 20. He can get 22 sacks, 23 sacks next year if he played alongside Nick Bosa.
So Von Miller openly stated, "I'm looking to get paid. Like I got 2 rings. I'm good. I don't need anything else. I'm looking to get paid." Now, let me tell you the purgatory, because Fernando's bringing it in, but I got it up right here. I got spot rack up, and this is an atrocity. The New Orleans Saints is $76 million over the freaking cap. That is insane.
Jesus.
Like, you have to get rid of almost your whole squad. Number one,
probably gone.
You got to get rid of Michael Thomas because he doesn't want to play with you. He doesn't want to play for you, should I say. And he hasn't been worth anything since you signed.
Let's trade Jimmy for Thomas.
You gotta get rid of who is it? Lattimore. I believe he's got a big contract.
Let's trade Jimmy for Lattimore. How about that one?
You might have to get Cam Jordan out of there. Like, you're going to have to cut a lot of good players. Like, they are in cap hell. The next team, the Packers are $48 million over the cap. So part of alleviating that is getting rid of Aaron Rodgers.
Which I think
he's going to the Broncos, or he's retiring.
And the other thing is, even though they want to keep him, Devontae Adams might have to walk because you just don't have the money.
What team has a lot of cap space? Dude,
the number one team in the cap space is Miami. Miami
I'm not. If I'm
has
Devontae Adams, there's no way in fucking hell I'm going to go play for Tua with Tua.
Miami is 64 million in cap space. The Chargers have 57.
So
The Jags have 56. The Bengals have 51. So if I'm Cincinnati, the only thing that I care about is protecting Joe Burrow.
That O line.
I am revamping that whole O line.
The refs.
Mm-hmm. What's going on, Brian?
That's it. Brian, what's good?
So, I mean, I don't know how do you.
Adams wants $30 million, and I heard Jair Alexander wants to get paid as well. His contract expired. I'm saying that's the only. I'm saying they want to tag him and they want to keep him, but he's gonna have to walk. Devontae Adams can. I mean, $30 million for a receiver. You out of your fucking mind. I'm not giving you $30 million. I like you, but the highest. I think that the receiver. Yeah, the highest receiver in the league gets probably maybe 20 or 22 at a max. You want 30? I'm sorry, you 30 million. You got get out your goddamn mind. You know what I'm saying?
Watch him get paid the $30 million by the
Dolphins. But that's the unfortunate part. If you get that $30 million, you're getting it from a shitty ass team, and you basically have fucked them for years because you took too much of the money. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why Tom Brady was successful all them years, because he kept taking pay cuts. Because he was the most grossly underpaid quarterback in NFL history.
Well, when your wife makes as much money as she does, you can take that.
Bro, no. This has nothing to do with Gisele Bundchen's money. What I'm saying is this guy has 7 fucking rings. Well, he's 7 of them.
That's what I like about Tom is he cared more about winning than money.
He did.
It's very respectful.
He did, and that's why he took those pay cuts. Any other quarterback with 7 rings, that motherfucker would have signed a Patrick Mahomes type contract.
Yeah.
Mahomes ain't even got but 1, and he got the contract.
He's not getting another. I don't care what anybody says. He ain't getting any more.
He'll get another one. I do believe it. I believe Mahomes will get at least 1 more.
If they don't get one next year, that the cap's going to finally catch up to them and paying all those players.
Yeah.
And it's going to go bye-bye real fast.
Well, let's see where Kansas City is. Kansas City.
But what I wanted to say, too, is when I was talking about the Dolphins, I think they.
Oh yeah, they only got $3 million.
Yeah.
That's it's a little tight.
Hey, what are the Rams at right now?
I
want to know because they're so freaking stacked. It's like
the Rams are currently $10 million over the cap, so people are going to have to leave, and they will be very elated if Aaron Donald decides to go ahead and retire because his money will come off the books. But yeah, they $10 million over the cap right now, man. Like it's hard. The teams. So we have everybody that's over the cap right now is the Bills, the Falcons, the Titans, the Rams, the Giants, the Vikings.
That's why they're expanding the cap, though.
And the Cowboys
is over the cap.
The Cowboys, but I'm telling you right now, the worst is the Saints. Like literally, the Saints are going to be building through the draft.
See, but they're going to lose. They're going to. Kamara's probably going to get cut. So.
Well, yeah, with his bullshit, he just did.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think they'll cut him. He'll be suspended for a few games. Yeah, because this is his first actual offense with the NFL. So they'll go by the rules. They'll suspend him and they'll keep him, but they'll basically say, you get into some bullshit again, your ass is grass. Because when you do it, this one thing that I remember. Chris Carter, when they used to do the rookie symposium back in the day, Chris Carter said openly, you need to have you a fall guy. You fuck up, that dude takes the rap for you. But you don't screw your fall guy. You take care of your fall guy. Because that's what he does. When you do something stupid with the homies, he takes responsibility. You know he can do the time. You know it's not going to be a problem. You know you're going to keep money on his books, all that. But Kamara is caught on camera breaking this dude off.
And the homie stepped on his ass.
And the homie stomped him out, bro. I'm talking like Don't Be a Minute stomped out, flat as a pancake. They whooped his ass. And it's not right. Like people, when you're watching this, we're not making fun of it or saying that it's right. I'm just saying that's what happened, bro. Like it's not.
Shit was wild.
It was not a game. So it's definitely a different thing.
All these
what Fernando? Ain't nobody afraid of damn Cowboys.
Well,
the Cowboys are all.
The Cowboys. What I want to see is if
they're all show
because the Dolphins have so much cap space and all these picks. Are they just going to be freaking buying everybody up? Because
they do. You have to think. Okay, think about it like this: Mike McDaniels is there. He doesn't want to fail.
Well,
so here's what you do. If I'm Mike McDaniels, this is what I'm doing. I have the most cap space in the league currently.
Mm-hmm.
I have $64 million. I sit with the GM and figure out what I'm going to need for these for my first round picks. And I sit with that GM and I formulate a plan and I say to myself, do I just want to build this team through the draft and maybe go get one hot free agent? Or am I just going strictly in the draft? And that's where I'm making my bones. I'm really going to make my money there. Because what you can do is, since Green Bay's in cap hell, even if they get rid of Aaron Rodgers, they're still going to have to cut a ton of other players just to be able to tag Devontae Adams. Because his cap hit is going to be ridiculous.
Dude,
so think about it
out if they tag him.
If you're a GM, you're in Miami, there's no state tax, it's a beautiful place to live, the scenery is nice. You have a way to lure players to you. And I'm going to tell you right now, Jalen Waddle has been a full-on beast, and that man came along. If you have Tua with Jalen Waddle and Devontae Adams, who's actually the perfect
Parker too.
Oh yeah, Devontae Parker. So you got the Tay and Tay, and then you put Waddle on the slot. Are you serious?
But they're going to have to trade for.
They're going to have some beautiful things with those.
They're going to have to trade for Devontae Adams because, like you said, the Packers are going to.
Yeah, they're going to tag
franchise
him.
They're going to franchise, but Devontae's going to sit out if they franchise tag him.
Yeah, he's not going to play.
He's not going to play if they franchise him.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins are big players in the free agency because I kind of feel bad for Mike McDaniel because I think the whole reason he was hired is because they think he can fix Tua, and they think he can make Tua be good. And
he can probably design a system around.
I think Tua might just be ass, and if Tua doesn't work out, McDaniel's going to get blamed for it instead of Tua's trash ass, and then he's going to get fired after a year. So if the only way to fix that is just say fuck it and spend, and bring in fucking
Mike. No, Mike. Let me tell you something. Mike ain't going nowhere. Mike got 2 years at a minimum.
You think so?
Guaranteed.
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, I can't fucking expect anything the way they fired their
Christian.
Torres,
I'm gonna lay it out for you. You know the reason Mike got 2 years at a bare minimum?
Because he's half black. Is that why?
Exactly.
Okay. Well,
you don't want to be that owner that hired a black dude, didn't know you hired a black dude, then found out he was black, and then fired him after 1 year. You don't want to be that
true.
guy.
That's after you fired a black coach who was probably the best black coach in the
who
league
was already rolling.
Fucking 3 years.
Mike Jones.
He was been one of the best coaches in the league the last 3 years, doing bunch with nothing.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Flores did a really good job. So he says the cap. Joey says the cap goes up exponentially in 23. Do y'all think there's a lot of 1 year guys that hope? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Because the thing is you can dupe somebody into paying you big money if you ball out for 1 year. The league is unfortunately stupid in that way, so it happens. Brian Culp says, I think this season really depends on who is playing QB this year. I don't see Kyle opening the playbook wide open. I think Kyle has to develop trust. I agree with that. He does have to develop trust because he obviously didn't pray last year.
That's why he freaking sat Lance this year and played Jimmy because he wanted to create that without him out there.
Hey, have fun.
I think Kyle is ass backwards when it comes to how you start a rookie quarterback, and he needed to have him learn everything. He needed to trust him. He needed to feel good about it, and he didn't feel like putting him out there and doing that was going to work with the way his offense is. So he's like, fuck it, I'll just run with Jimmy for 1 more year and trail. But that was fucking Kyle's plan. Even if Kyle was in love with Lance, I'm 100% positive Kyle's plan was never to start him at his rookie season because he wanted to make sure he was ready before he put him in there.
Oh yeah,
Here's a
bring
good
up
question right
Fernando.
here.
Bring it up. Yeah, this right here. So let me
It's
break
just
this down.
PTSD from Joe.
I didn't see. I did not say it. Lefty was in my head. I did not say it. It's PTSD.
Yeah.
Because they did the same thing to Joe. They brought in Steve, who was younger. He was more dynamic. He was way more athletic.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened? Joe did what he did. He still won another Super Bowl and laughed in their face. So here's the thing. When he saw that, he was like, oh, that's messed up that they're doing Jimmy like that. Yeah, I wouldn't want Trey in. Nah, I want Jimmy. And plus, you have to remember, Joe likes a quarterback that's like him. He likes his typical stand in the pocket kind of guy. Though Joe could move.
See, but Joe can move outside the pocket and make things happen.
Jimmy he could move and he did do things. You know what I'm saying? Joe's the greatest 49er quarterback ever. I'm never going to shit on Joe. But this is just exactly what Christian said, PTSD. He knew Steve Young was breathing down his damn neck. And Steve Young got the monkey off his back when he won that Super Bowl. He never had to do shit again. He lives in 49ers lore forever just because he got us to that fifth Lombardi.
I don't think Montana even cares that it's Jimmy. Like, he doesn't care if the quarterback's good or not. It's the fact that it's been the starting quarterback.
The same dynamic.
Just the situation.
Yeah,
because I honestly, when they asked him, like, if he's supporting Jimmy, you could kind of see his body language and the way he was acting was like in his head. He's like, Jimmy fucking sucks, but I got to keep my point.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think honestly, and I've said this before, and I stick to it. Quarterback, for the most part, for a good majority of the time that the league has existed, has been a stand in the pocket, deliver the ball type of QB. That is the prototypical guy that every franchise is looking for. But throughout time and evolution, we have now seen guys that move and that shift and that are not stand in the pocket type of guys. They deliver the ball on the run, and some of them do it better than others. Josh Allen is a prime example of such.
I was about to say, ask me who I think the best quarterback in the league is right now.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Josh Allen. I don't care what anybody says.
He's got a cannon.
A cannon for an arm, can throw every kind of throw. And
the man can
run around, and then if you try to hit him, he's gonna fucking knock your ass to the ground, even if it's a linebacker.
Because he's huge.
I really think
he's the definition of a corn-fed white boy.
You are 100% correct on that.
I really think that Lance is gonna be eventually like that.
He's
he's
a corn-fed half white boy.
I think with time, you give Lance the same. I think Lance's trajectory is just the same as Josh Allen's, probably with less running. Because Allen runs a lot.
He does.
It's designed in their offense. I don't think Kyle wants that in his offense.
Mm-hmm.
He does. Yeah, he doesn't want you running consistently.
Yeah,
which is why there were so many plays. Like I had a video pop up that had a collage of Deebo Samuel's best plays, and all of the plays that came from Trey Lance, it looked like he was going to take off. Well, not all. I'd say probably about at least to get 2 or 3 on the throws from Trey Lance. It looked like he was going to take off and run for it, but he found Deebo.
Well, the thing is Trey's favorite thing to do is throw the ball downfield. And if you watch him when he was rolling out and the times he did play, he's not. His first thing isn't to run. Like that's probably what Kyle likes about. I think that's what Kyle likes about him. Kyle knows he'll get out of the pocket and extend the play.
Mm-hmm.
But he's looking to make the big play with his arm. Like he knows how strong his arm is, and he wants to fucking show everybody how strong his arm is and how good his arm is. And
the main key for Trey is strictly to basically learn how to be able to play the game, from the pocket, and at the same time know when to actually run. I mean, shit.
So
run. Like every now and then, you're gonna need to get out of there because the pocket's gonna collapse or things are gonna happen. So you need to just run.
A perfect example of how Trey plays the game is that touchdown he threw to Deebo against the Texans. He rolls out and extends the play, and Deebo keeps going with his really long route that was taking a while. But he extends the play, and when he gets out of the pocket, there's open field where he could have ran for 30 fucking yards. And he's like, nope, I see Debo. Boop, let me throw it to him in the fucking rope touchdown. He could have taken that. He could have taken that for 30 yards. There was nobody in front of him when he got, because he had time to set his feet, turn his body, and make that throw.
Mm-hmm.
What I can tell you
30
is
yards in front of him.
Yeah, and you know what else I saw is you're correct. He likes the deep ball, and the reason being is remember when Jimmy threw that little dump off pass in the NFC Championship game, and Brandon Ayuk was standing wide the fuck open, just ready to take off. All you gotta do is put the ball in front of him. Trey Lance makes that read. He doesn't make the dump off read because he doesn't want to do short passes.
He also doesn't miss. He also doesn't He also wouldn't have overthrown Kittle. He would have thrown a fucking dart right to Kittle's hands.
That was just so. Oh my god, bro!
The one that Jimmy floated over that would have been a touchdown to start that NFC Championship
and
game.
what killed me is there were several people out there saying, "Oh, that's on Kittle." Are you serious? At the end of the day, the man is open.
Jimmy's done that all season. That's not on any of the receivers. He's done that to Juice multiple times throughout.
Well, what if the receiver did this, or what if the receiver is supposed to run this or run that? At the end of the day, I don't care what the receiver's supposed to run. If he's standing wide the fuck open, at least get him the damn ball properly.
Brandon Ayuk.
That's all you got to do.
Brandon Ayuk just freaking on his Instagram or whatever it was saying he wants the ball. He wants them to go deep. He wants a deep ball. That's like I've been saying. That's what we drafted him for. Yep. He hasn't got no deep balls.
Hey, with them long ass arms, you can put the ball in front of him.
I don't care what anybody says. I guarantee you, BA's fucking like, thank God this motherfucker's gone. Like, fuck you guys. He's the fucking nicest guy. He's our friend. Fuck you. Get him out of here.
Yeah, it won't be all game long, Brian. I agree with you, but at least we see some deep shots happening because Trey will make those reads. Jimmy doesn't look for that stuff. He looks for the short intermediate throws that he can make because he knows I'm money and I can make those because I got a quick release. But if I've got to put the ball downfield, 9 times out of 10, Jimmy knows he can't make those kind of throws. He said, Fernando said, I don't get why fans say JG played well. Let me tell you,
he hasn't had one good playoff game.
Jimmy, look, let me tell you right now, his best playoff game was just the last one that he played. He had 2 TDs and 1 interception.
That's true.
Yeah, that man. That
one
man
time we wanted him to take the sack
his playoff numbers are hot garbage. He's thrown more interceptions than he has touchdowns. And this year in the playoffs, he had only thrown interceptions until the NFC Championship game. So I don't know what people were watching. I feel like people are blind or something.
I don't get it.
Hey, this right here. Let me talk to you about this because I watched this. This is what bugs me about the NFL. Jamming the receiver is an afterthought. You don't jam receiver no more. You just don't. And when you're inside the 20, there should be no reason that you need to play off of a receiver like 10 or 20 yards.
Jam him, man.
Because you can't get beat in that short. It's too short of a field.
You have to jam him.
You should be able to keep up with people.
It throws off the timing when you have that little bit of space. You have to jam him.
That's the quarterback's to get up in their pads. That's all you need. So it would be. And then at the same time, when you're that close to the end zone, you're only 4 or 5 yards. It's Cooper Kupp. You know he's getting the ball. I have 5 yards to make your life a living hell. I'm going to do it because I know he's going directly to you. There's going to be no one else. And for that split second that I make your life hell, that means that Matthew Stafford could be sacked, or he can go, or somebody else can do something to be able to knock the ball down. But I'm not giving Cooper Kupp any space off the line, especially near the goal line, for any reason.
A slot style receiver who's good because of his route running, not because he's going to go run a fade. Like how you not going to jam a freaking. Sorry, I gotta freaking think because it's annoying.
No, Kyle don't trust. I don't think Jimmy can throw better. Kyle just don't trust Jimmy can't.
A slot receiver throwing or running a fade route inside 20 yards.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's Odell, who's big-bodied receiver, who if you jam him might just say, it just brushes it off.
Cooper Kupp's
a small frame. Yeah, no, he's a smaller framed guy though. He's not gonna like. in a play like that, that's the kind of guy you want to jam. And you don't even put your hands on him. You just let him freely run off the line. I mean,
Cooper Kupp got the biggest teeth in the world. That man smiled in his interview. I was like, God damn, boy, you bite through an apple in one bite.
Yeah. And to go back to the Super Bowl too, is that stupid ass PI was bullshit. They just wanted the Rams to win.
Dude, they missed on the 4th and 1. Freaking the Rams were offsides, so it's a first
Aaron
down.
Donald's so
Aaron Donald's offsides,
bro.
and then he's the one that causes the hurry.
Bro,
why he's offsides?
Did you see that false start by like the whole offensive line?
Dude. Mm-hmm. Like, I know we can't say it's rigged, but the refs have fucking too much fucking power sometimes, man.
It's been 2 years,
ridiculous.
2 home teams, both of them have won.
But the Bucs whooped the shit out of Kansas City, so I'll give them that.
It doesn't matter.
This was a close game.
It's still weird. So is Arizona magically gonna make Kyler happy and win the damn Super Bowl this year? Because it's here this year.
Look, they're not gonna do anything because Kyler Murray is a giant fucking baby ass bitch, and he's not gonna change. He's not a leader.
I don't know where I don't know where you send Kyler. Like, what are you gonna like? He's not.
Dude, even Larry Fitzgerald called him out for not being a leader and being a baby.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, Larry Fitzgerald talked about it, how he's a baby and is not a leader and he needs to grow up. And it's like, dude, how do you grow up with a freaking famous athlete father and grow up around a baseball and not have any professionalism as a fucking professional? I don't get it. Especially when you grow up around it and you act like a spoiled little brat.
Dante Pettis.
He got rid of all his Arizona Cardinals stuff on his IG.
Yeah.
And then Arizona Cardinals IG, who was in charge of that, was like, all right, well, fuck you on play. We could play. Got rid of his ass on there too.
Exactly. Yeah. Look, dude, Fernando, you're right. I could give a fuck about Kyler. I really don't care.
He's a giant baby, and that dude. I mean,
no, he's a little baby.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And that 5'11" that they put out there, they are so gracious. I've been close enough to Kyler Murray. Yeah. Kyler Murray ain't no damn 5'8". He ain't even 5'10". That man about 5'8".
Yeah, for
5'9" at best.
I think he's shorter than Russell Wilson.
I've been in the same area as Kyler Murray. He's not that damn tall, people.
Yeah. But then
I'm 5'6", and he ain't reigning over me like I gotta look up at him.
You're 5'6"?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, I tower over you. I'm 6'2", bro.
Yeah. So that's different. Like if you stood next to Kyler, you would look at him and you would see like he's like this short.
Dude, I'm
what do you say? Watch Kyler leave unless Cliff Kingsbury leaves.
Cliff's trash, dude.
He doesn't want him to be his coach. Well, Cliff was the one who drafted you. Cliff was the one who said he would draft you, and he made good on his promise.
Cliff's
so don't be mad at Cliff. You gotta love Cliff and his Gucci shades and everything. You know,
he got rid of Josh Rosen and drafted your ass.
Literally, like he made that happen real quick. He said what he said, and he held true to
Cliff
it.
Still
so don't be mad at Cliff. You know,
still sucks.
Yeah, but and another thing too is I don't know why. Like even my friend's been saying this, and it literally irritates the shit out of me. They're like, "Oh, Tom Brady, should join us, could get out of retirement, and we could for sure win a Super Bowl." I'm like, "No, dude. There's no point.
No,
why
nobody wants Tom Brady here. Here's the thing: if you bring Tom Brady, you have to basically schedule a system around him, and you know what I'm saying. You don't want to change your system.
Yeah. Fernando says, "What's your thoughts on Ryan Clark?"
Dude, it's just. He's
what did Ryan Clark say?
What did he say?
It's just the same talking points where they're fucking all the idiots are like, oh well, all the other rookies played and Trey didn't, so how good really is Trey, and is Trey really good?
Everybody's basically saying
shut the fuck up. You just want something to fucking talk about.
They're saying he didn't do enough to take Jimmy's job, so obviously he's not good enough, and they're worried about that.
It was never about that.
Here's what I say to that. We have a coach who loves Jimmy Garoppolo. He don't trust him for shit, but he loves him, and he wins with him. Kyle Shanahan's record with Jimmy Garoppolo is spectacular. Without Jimmy Garoppolo, it is trash. So at the end of the day, he put the dude on the field that he seems to wind up winning with, and he called it a day.
He planned on playing Lance in that monsoon against freaking the Colts, and Lance's knee wouldn't let him. So Kyle even said that. So
but I mean that monsoon game. I mean it. And Jim, what did Jimmy do? Go out there and lay a stinker. He laid a big fat egg.
Yeah, he did. Well, I think they were just going to roll with Jimmy in general, and I think Kyle had never had any problem with sitting Lance, and then their whole point was let's just roll with Jimmy, see what happens, and maybe we get a freaking higher draft pick.
I didn't even see what Joey said.
Nobody can freaking just that's too simple of an explanation for anybody to believe. They got to be like, oh well, Lance just isn't good. Like the flashes we saw of him, he looked pretty fucking good to me.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get going here pretty soon, but I just want to ask you guys real fast, where do you think Jimmy G is gonna land? I know we talked about it a little bit, but let's end it with this question.
Washington or the Steelers? I think those are the two options. And the reason being is Aaron Rodgers is going to cost you a lot. And I'm talking multiple first-round draft picks. Like, you're going to have to break the bank for Aaron Rodgers, and rightfully so. He's worth that. He really is. Even in the age he is, he's still playing at a very, very high level. So if you're going to go cheap and basically you want to go from Louis Vuitton to, say, Ross, go get Jimmy. 49er Media, what's happening?
What's going on, 49er Media?
Dude.
And that's what I would say. I would say he goes to Steelers, or he goes to Washington. And Washington, I think, will give us more than what the Steelers will give, because they're not big players like that when it comes to free agency, and they covet their picks a little bit more just based off of their history.
They'll give us a second or third, and then draft Kenny Pickett in the first.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
The Pitt. He played quarterback for Pitt.
Oh, there's no quarterbacks in this draft. They're all ass.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's what I would be surprised if the Steelers, like, if they decide to trade for Jimmy, so they have somebody that they feel like can.
Nah, man, they'll keep Mason Rudolph, or Rogers, whatever the fuck his name is.
Mason Rudolph.
Or Duck Hodges.
I think if Washington gets Jimmy, I think we could get a first round from them for sure.
I think we could.
Well, I mean, the way they're thinking is there's no other quarterback they can get where they, and then they only have to give up one first, and that's it. They don't have to give up a bunch, and then they're ready. They're ready to win now, and they probably think, well, Jimmy's a winner. Maybe we can all these games that are close, we can actually win. I'm like, good luck with that.
And the people on the Steelers have been lobbying for Jimmy, so
yeah, that's true. Christian?
I think. I mean, I always thought the Steelers made the most sense, but the more I think about it, I just think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be Washington. I think they're gonna. I just think they're gonna. I think we're gonna get a second, though. Really, to be honest, I don't see how we're gonna get.
Shots fired, bro.
Dude, Joey with the jokes all the time.
Joey is always with it, man. I love it.
I don't think I would be surprised we can actually pull off a first, but I mean, Washington would be the one to give us a first, but Washington makes the most sense because maybe Jimmy can still help them win a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a lot different. If he gets traded to Washington, is it McLaughlin? Their receiver, how do you say his last name?
McLaurin.
He's not going to be as nice as some of the Niners guys. You're going to see him.
No, he won't, because he's going to be running those routes for nothing.
He's gonna come on the sideline, fucking. You're gonna see his ass yelling at Jimmy. Like,
he's gonna run a go route, and Terry McLaurin is
motherfucker.
Fast.
I don't care. I don't fucking care how nice you are. Fucking throw me the goddamn ball, you fucking noodle arm bitch.
That'd be some hilarious shit to catch on the sidelines, just like saying you noodle arm bitch. I would die. Oh man!
And then you're gonna see fucking Jimmy on the phone calling Kittle. George, he's fucking yelling at me.
George is gonna look and go, "You didn't answer my calls. You ain't on my team no more. I don't answer yours."
I hate how everybody thinks like George is gonna want to leave or not play hard because Jimmy's gone.
No. Well, everybody's hating on George Kittle right now. I don't understand.
Well, it's hard. It's hard to know how it really is because like he really could be friends, but deep down George could be like, just because he's his friend and he supports him publicly, he could be behind the scenes like Jimmy's my friend, but he fucking sucks and he gets me hurt all the time.
I'm dead.
Terry's go route gonna be out of Jimmy's range after 5 yards. Freaking Joey.
Joey's with this shit. I love it, man. He said,
"Oh my god."
Yo, man, Joey is fired, bro. He got the joke.
Bryant said T.O. calling Garcia noodle arm.
Oh yeah, you already know that. Yeah, you know
he
that.
didn't.
T.O. didn't like T.O.
That's why T.O. got traded, dude. Because T.O. fucking hated Garcia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Garcia couldn't get him the ball. I'm like, dude, you can't get the best receiver in the league the ball. Of course he's gonna call you out.
Yeah, Kittle is really bothered by those QB questions. His body language, anytime someone asks him,
like, oh my god,
it really is annoying to him.
Hey,
he really does like Jimmy. Like that's really like his friend.
It's because he's conflicted because he knows he knows the right answer, but he doesn't want to fucking down his friend publicly.
Yeah,
he's conflicted.
Yeah,
I don't care what anybody fucking says. He knows Jimmy sucks. He knows Jimmy's gotten him hurt with his fucking hospital balls. He knows Jimmy's fucking screwed him out of many touchdowns on really awesome ran routes. He's not dumb, but that's still his friend, so he's not going to fucking, humiliate his friend publicly. So he's tired of the questions because he feels conflicted.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. So I think that's going to do it for us, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell for all your 49ers news. We'll probably be back next week and maybe start talking about free agency and the draft. You guys want to?
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit because we got to wait till the league year starts to really start.
Yeah,
we should wait. We should wait till they trade Jimmy, then we can really get into some shit.
Yeah.
Look, I'm dead. The minute I see that come across my phone, I'm doing an instant reaction video. True. I don't care if I'm at work. I'm gonna literally look at him and go, "I need to go on an emergency break." Everything okay? Yeah, it is. Everything is fine. Now I'm gonna get on there, and you're gonna see me celebrating.
Dude, we get a first round pick. It's gonna be like winning the Super Bowl for everybody.
Oh yeah. I told y'all, man. Zach is the man. This stupid fire right there.
Yep. Now I have to talk to Zach and see if he can come up with something for me now.
Look, for real, huh? Look, I'm jealous.
I'm jealous. I'm 100% jealous. So real quick, guys, before we leave, make sure you follow us on our social media platforms. Our personal Twitter pages are right here. B does 49, Lefty 1680, and Deon's is Swifty. And then follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok.
The season's over.
Anything else?
The season's over, so you won't see me tweet a lot. It's off season, so I probably won't be tweeting much.
Yeah. So, but other than that, guys, thanks for joining. We really appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace.